but a troublemaker, and I accuse you of that right here with the press here. I don't know what you're reaching for. I don't know what you want.
Waddington maintained his position in questioning why the openings hadn't been advertised.
Mr. Pitcherack, as long as I'm mayor here, I'm going to intercede in the hirings of people here. I was the one elected to run this city with this council, and I will not take dictation from you or anybody else in here. I want you to know that.
Mr. Mayor, it's not dictation. We proceed according to the bylaws established by the corporation.
We'll change the bylaws, too. I'll show you that. There's enough of this stuff been going on here now. There are people been hired here and relatives hired here without the say of council at all, and you know who I mean. Cut it out. Go and sit in your seat again. I don't need you even in that seat. All right.
Your Worship,
I'm going to call for...
Mr. Mayor, I don't think we should do this.
Now listen.
No,
we don't.
Alderman Van der Wees, I'm going to call for hands on this resolution right now. We've discussed it sufficiently tonight, and we can discuss it further later. This is a serious resolution.
Mr. Mayor.
And I'm going to vote.
Well, you can call a vote all you want, Mr. Mayor, but I was on the speaker's list, if you recall, and
All
I
right.
was interrupted.
I'm sorry, you only spoken once. Go ahead now, what do you want to say?
I forget. No.
In other words, there's nothing to do, really. Carry on. I want to hear your guff. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Well,
carry
Mr. Mayor, I think these are the kinds of things that are being asked for in a report, and I think that's what where they'll appear.
You know, Mr. Rapino, I'd like to know what you've been doing in the last while here. You're never here, hardly. You're back and forth. You're out of order. Keep quiet. You're in Toronto all the time, trying to correct the mistakes you made in Victoriaville. And this is going to come out in the next 2 weeks, and you'll have egg all over your face. And the aldermen are going to get a new look onto what has transpired. You've made a failure of Victoriaville, and we've had to have a bunch of businessmen to come in here, and you're even trying, are going to get a new look onto what has transpired. You've made a failure of Victoriaville, and we've had to have a bunch of businessmen to come in here, and you're even trying to retard them from doing their duty that they're not asking a nickel for. That's all I've got to say, and I can tell you, the last 2 years, what has Rapino been doing but working for others and getting his money from the lowly taxpayer here? So we won't miss him at all. We won't miss anybody. And if you were to resign, I'd say thank God, and we'd get along here. I'll tell you, I'd go back to the committee system, and if I had to work out of money without guys like you around here interfering and doing nothing. You never made a decision on your own since you've been here, and I'm telling you straight to your face tonight. Pitcherack.
Your Worship, come on,
All right.
Sir.
Quiet.
You be
The
quiet.
whole lot of you.
You be quiet.
Well, I'll tell you.
Listen, I have listened to you all night. I'm going to have my say now. But I'm finished. I've said what I want to say, and I meant every word of it. Now go ahead.
Can I say something now?
You bet you can.
Well, I think if you make accusations like that, certainly you can make accusations, but it should be done in camera. I don't think you should take any administrative officer in plug. He can defend himself here. I can defend myself because I'm an elected person, but I don't think it's fair to accuse a person like that. You might be 100% right.
I don't care what you think, Joe.
No, well, I'm just telling you.
I'm saying what I say.
I know you
Listen,
said it.
Don't you cross me again, Joe.
I'm not crossing you.
Don't cross me.
I don't
I'll
cross
tell you, one of these days,
Yes.
I'll whip you bad.
Well,
Joe, I'm going to tell you.
well, you can do that.
I will. You
I wish
damn
would.
right I will.
I wish you would.
All right, you damn right I will.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I'll do with you.
Your Worship, Your Worship, you're saying I spoke 10 times. I didn't speak once. I'm trying to
go on.
speak
All
once.
right. I'm saying you did, and you're never off the floor. That's enough now.
Your Worship, I have
That's
a right
enough.
to speak. I'm sorry.
That's enough.
That may be your opinion.
That-
The innuendo doesn't belong in
You hear
council.
me? Listen.
Any
Cut it
personnel
out.
problems
Pagoda.
should be discussed
Listen,
in
are you going to cut it out or you want me to cut it?
Employee Relations Committee or
Pagoda!
should be discussed
Listen, are
in
you gonna cut it out, or you want me to come in?
Employee Relations Committee or in corporate
Cut it out!
administration meeting in
Mr. Clerk,
camera.
would you
I have
have the
just
chair
said-
challenged?
I've just said
This
it,
is
what I
going too
intended
far.
to say, and I'm not taking it back. Thank you.
I don't want you to take a thing back, because you don't know what you're talking about anyway. Just shut up. All right, go ahead, Mr. Clerk.
Mr. Chairman?
Members of council to intercede when the chairman of that particular council himself ignores the rules and of council, and even I would say the rules of decency.
I'm not
So,
ignoring any rules.
I'm using the
I'm telling
only
the truth.
means that I see
Not
at our,
challenge Picture
our
Act or
behalf
anybody else.
to try to take a position to point out that I, at least as one member of this council, disapprove and would like to go on record as disapproving of
You
it.
can go, the press are here listening to you.
Right.
You're no damn good anyway, and everybody knows it.
Well,
All right. You're nothing but a tramp. You're not a man like I am.
Mr. Chairman, I'm an elected official,
Yes, you sure
and
are.
when I put my hat in the
400
ring,
votes.
when I put my hat in the ring, I expect to take that kind of thing,
That's all right.
you know, and I can stand up to it. But I really feel that when you do the same sort of thing to city employees who can't fight back, that that's the act of a bully and a coward.
Hear, hear. Could we have a recorded vote so we're really on record?
I won't table it. Any one of you want to table it, table it.
Your Worship,
You table it,
may I
Harry.
speak to it, please?
Pardon?
May I speak to the
Certainly you
resolution?
may.
I certainly don't agree with the way you proceed at times, but I disagree.
I can't help it. That's all there is
Okay,
to it.
just let me carry
People
on.
take me to pieces, too.
You're a grown-up. You should be able to help it.
Could I have some order, please?
Sure.
I didn't interrupt you, Alderman Smith. I know I'm getting interrupted from the chair also. I don't appreciate it. I just want to make a few comments that if anybody tells me that I have to apologize, you know, that's not doing anything, because you can't make a person apologize. So to suggest somebody to apologize and he says, no, a resolution will not make that person
say that, Lawrence.
apologize.
The resolution didn't say that.
I thought it said that you're asking the mayor to apologize.
Sorry,
This
Mr.
council-
Chairman, the seconder, the resolution says that this council apologizes for the conduct. It does not request the mayor to apologize.
The council apologized for the,
Council
What?
shouldn't. I wouldn't humiliate the council by asking them to apologize for my efforts. Don't worry about me. I can stand up on my own any time at all. So don't come to my defense, because I don't give a damn for all of you. Remember that.
well, okay, I'm sorry, I thought it was that you're asking, okay.
Okay, let's have a vote.
Resolution is moved by Alderman Smith, seconded by Alderman Johnson, that this council go on record as being opposed to the personal attacks made on Mr. Pitrak and Mr. Rapino by Mayor Assef, and that we apologize on behalf of council for any embarrassment caused to these city employees.
I won't table it. But I wouldn't humiliate the council here to apologize for me. Because there's some darn good councilors here, and there's some stink to high heaven.
Question. Can we call the
Your
question?
worship, you made a mistake,
Okay?
and we all make mistakes.